Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope, back again with another video, and today we are back on some Chaos Zero Nightmare. Now, today we got to go ahead and talk about some good old Serenial builds, right? So I'm over here making a character, and I was over here running Blue Pot because I'm over here trying to get her partner. So I'm doing everything I can to try to get her partner. So I'm over here having to run the zero system and everything to get all my pulls because I have not done much of zero system because I came to the game late. So I didn't really do the zero system. By the time I got in and I had got my account like to the point where I could do zero system, Lab Zero was already out. So I don't have much time in Lab Zero or in zero system. So as I was running, I ended up running into a cool little build, right? And it's not the craziest thing, right? But I just found it very, very interesting. This isn't the right one, no, because this is just a regular build. But I've been as you can see, just looking at these like items, like I've been getting some decent build outside of Lab Zero, which is good. But let's just go ahead and show you guys the run that I just did with a Lab Zero build, specifically from the blue pot, right? So we're gonna take on Sweet Dream. You could probably take on Family Head, but we'll do Sweet Dream just because he's the most recent, right? So check the build, right? This is the build. So we have the 10% crit chance thing, right? Our chest piece is whenever we take damage, we recover 2% of our max HP one time per turn. Doesn't really help much here. And we also have this thing right here, which I find really, really cool. Grant, it only works one time, but it's a cool ability. When using duplicated cards, all enemies' action count does not increase for one turn, one per battle. It'd be great if they took the one per battle off of this, I'm not gonna lie, but then I could see how broken that could be. The reason I say that is because, like, for example, Mika has access, like, a certain set of character has access to the Wanderer of the Void card that allows you to use cards without triggering her thing. And I guess Sereno does too, but it's only through one of her cards, and it's the X+1. That's the only one of her cards where she can keep acting without triggering the boss. Other than that, you're gonna get hit. And so yeah, I just found it interesting because I thought that this was cool because like turn one, essentially, I can do anything to any boss in the game and they can't act. And there are some bosses that I think like if you can get a turn one kill before they activate any cool abilities, you can just cook. So this one I just found really cool. Also because I always guarantee will start off with a duplicated card all the time because I duplicated this card right here. And this always starts in my starting hand no matter what. So I just found that whole interaction cool. So we're just gonna do a run with a non-Lab Zero build. And obviously everybody's saying the best build for her is to get quadruple laser with AP, but like I disagree. Like, yes, everybody's using it. It's probably meta and it probably has the highest win percentage, but it's not needed. You just don't. I feel like I rarely need all that AP. So it's like I've never picked it. I don't think I've got it. I think I maybe gotten it once, but it's like I feel like more often than not, you just don't need all the AP. No matter really how you want to cut it, you just don't really ever need it. So it's cool to have, but I'd rather have this always attack weakness one over the AP one any day of the week. I didn't even know if this one was possible until like not even a couple minutes ago. Then for Ray, unfortunately we don't have. We could have got like a Cthulhu gun on her. That would have been great. I don't know if you can get that in Blue Pot or not, but I could probably. I should probably check. I might have a Cthulhu gun with this one. That way it just gives more buffs to everyone. But I just ran this because this deck is very, very small. As you can see, I can draw two. It's essentially a 3-card deck. Yeah, 3-card deck. We get a heal, we get an attack, and we get more out. Everything else goes out. We get a free heal here, we get the boost there, and then that's it. The deck is gone. And then for what do you call it, Selena, we're trying this Ravage. I don't think I like this one as much. I think there's another one I like a little bit more, but we're just doing this one. It's fun. This high scope power is actually very fun. Do I have one with double high scope? I don't think I do. Because if I could have that one, I think that would work even better. I don't have one with that, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll just run the refill of tenacity, which doesn't do much in this fight because the tenacity bar is way too big. And I don't have... My Sereno's not fine-tuned enough to make good work of this massive bar that he has. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work well enough. So, let's get in, right? Oh, and I forgot to show like the stats and everything. We'll show all that at the end, I guess. Can I show relics here? No, I can't. But as you can see, we have 800 attack. We have, why does it say 30% crit chance? It's higher than that. It's 50% crit chance and it's 200% crit damage. And you'll see the sets. It's not the conventional set, but it works, you know. So look, we start off here, right? Start off with this right here. It's gonna load a second. Sorry. Starts there. As you see, the 6. Now, every card I use, it will not bring the tenacity bar down. That tenacity bar is stuck how it is for the rest of this turn. So we do our little attacks. We have no way of drawing, unfortunately, right now to start. And we pop this right now, get it out of our hand. So that's -1 red card. So we're going to take 2 turns of hits. Nothing we can do about it. He's taking away one of those cards. That sucks, but it is what it is. So we do this, right? As you can see, now Selena's going to start hopping in with these attacks. So we follow with that first, right? Because we want to use this. Or we'll use this one. So we can get, you know, we can get the follow-up. And we can recharge the little light bar here. What is that called? Shiny core. No. Afterglow. There we go. Let's get our afterglow effect. So the order does kind of matter for the afterglow. So yeah. So we do this. Cool. He spits our cards out, and now he can no longer attack. We're going with Predator's Blade. We put a mark on him. Attack. And then here we should be good from after this. Right? Alright, so now he's going to recharge this turn. He can't hurt us. He gives us cards. I know this, right? We're not going to hit him right now because we want him to put his bar back on. So we just activate a card that does no damage. So Doom, we do that. Now it's 7 morale back up. So now we can start attacking. So we go, boom, right? We hit this one. Now with how the build is working, I do not need to do this, if I'm going to be honest. But I will do it anyway, just because, you know, we have it. Why not? So we refill the tenacity bar back up, and we get to beaten. Yeah, we're just going to keep getting beaten. We do an attack array, heal up a little bit. Great thing is about this that we can use this card, and even though we only have 1 afterglow, you know, obviously, if you've been paying attention and you play the game, you know, it'll give it back to us because we're activating all these cards after the fact. So therefore, Afterglow will be triggered again once this is done. See, there we go. Still gets the break. We get Afterglow back. We get our cards back. Phenomenal. And then we just go in again with Weapon on them. All right, next turn. We finally got our first upgrade card that we've been waiting on for a while. So we're going to go ahead, pop that. Now we can do a little bit more damage. Don't know if we're going to be able to break him this turn. Let's heal and draw pretty quick. Okay, we got a Cobalt Light. So this is what we're going to do here, right? I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy. Should probably wait for like a Predator turn, but it is what it is. We'll just get this out the way now. Like a Predator Blade turn. So there we go, -6 Void. Now we can start beating. So he's at 4. We can do 2. We can do 3. I think we can. Yeah, we can. I believe we can go ahead and get him all the way down here. So boom, we do this. No, we cannot. That's a little annoying. Because I guess the additional attacks that she's doing don't make his hunger go. And I think they need to fix that, right? If the enemy gets hit, it should take the bar down no matter what. I think it's a little annoying that that's the case. Cause I feel like there's a lot of times where that happens, and it just doesn't really make any sense. Like in my opinion, I don't think it makes sense. So takes a card away, and unfortunately we have to get hit this turn. Not much we can do about it. So we attack. We attack again. We only got 3 cards back. Is it worth refilling his tenacity bar? I'm going to say it is. That way we can start working on it. Let's actually draw. Hold up. Let me take a second. Okay. Go here. Do this. We did not generate a card. It is what it is. We do this one first. that. I guess I should trigger the passion weakness first. That would have been smarter, but it is what it is. Okay. So, I'm trying to think how I want to do this, right? Because we can use the Predator Blade for more damage, or we can use the Cobalt Light. Either way, he's going to break, no matter how we want to slice it. So, what we'll do is, we'll attack. He's going to generate that. We'll attack again. This is Predator Blade break. It doesn't. So, we're going to actually go in with... What cards do we have left in the deck? We want those next turn. So we're not going to activate Cobalt Light, actually. Right? We're going to do Predator Blade. And then we're going to do this. Because we want those cards next turn. So as much as I would love to use Cobalt for like bigger damage, I want those cards. So bop, bop. So he's going to actually, if I keep attacking, we have to attack one more time. We have to. And we heal. The reason we're not going to keep attacking right now is because if we attack, he enters his 10 stat chance and we die. So we cannot attack right now. So we have to pass. So there we go. He's in this stance. Oddly enough, I didn't grab the high power scope. That's a little annoying. That's really what I wanted to grab there. So I don't think we're going to we're not breaking this bar, right? So we're gonna do this, trigger that, because we're not breaking this bar. So he starts with the 7. We do one of these. This brings him up to 10. There's 10 or 9. Big damage here. We do that at the end because that actually will take all of our it's gonna take our whole bar. So let's actually see if we can get lucky here. If we can draw. Let's see what we draw. We might have to restart the turn depending on what we draw. We didn't draw anything that we could use. It's unfortunate. I guess it's like we should have saved that. But I think we might die here now. We will see right now. Yeah, I think we die. We don't have any big booms right now. Yeah, we die, which is very unfortunate. Yep, it's death. There's nothing we can do. We needed to just get a heal or any... Yeah, we needed a heal here because he's doing just enough damage to kill me. And it's all because we took that first hit because we ran out of juice. And then we die here. Boom. Boom. Ridiculous damage. Right? And it's like, that's the weird thing about the game, right? Like, you feel like you can play correctly. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about these bosses, right? I was able to beat all of them, and I beat the majority of them with Yuki. But it's like, GG, 6 turns have passed, you now die, right? Like, there are very particular builds that insta-kill these bosses, but like, not everybody wants to play like that. So it's like, this can be beaten because I just beat it with this build, but it's like, sometimes it just doesn't feel good because you get to a certain threshold, and it is just die now. It's like, it just feels bad, but you know, and it's still fun, right? I'm not pressed about clearing it. It's just, I want people to know there are more than one way to run Serenial, right? Because everybody's very much thinking, you have to run the AP only one. It's the only one that works. No, it's not true. There are plenty of other builds that you can run there, obviously. But for some, there are a few people out there that are already, you know, funneling into there's only one way to play it. That's just not true. I'm not playing Great Rift because, freak that, I cannot be bothered. I don't own Cassius either. I cannot be bothered to dive into that, right? Just so you can see what the box is looking like, right? So yeah. Serenial. Let's see. So she's E0. Yes, I've put money in the game because why wouldn't you? If you like the game, support the game, right? I think it's a little ridiculous to push this free-to-play narrative and not support the game that you like, right? I think it's a little ridiculous. I'm going to support the game that I like. That's why I spend money. It's as simple as that. Didn't spend crazy money. I spent $40. I bought a battle pass in season 1, and then I spent $30 to get Serenial. That's what I did. I support the game. I like the character. Got the character. Simple as that. And at that point, I already cleared everything, right? So it's made clear. It's like people are like, oh, you put it because you had to beat this content of the game. No, I'd already beat everything. I just want the character. The character's very cool. Don't have any instinct DPS. Got her. Right. So on to the build, and why I said she's a little not how she should be, because guess what? Relics, you have to build your game off of what you get. A lot of people play this game based off what other people get, and they're trying to replicate it. Play the game with what you have. Like play your game, right? So, memory fragments. I am running the 2-4, but this is where things get a little weird. This is supposed to be an instinct damage piece, right? Because what we have all been told, and it is true, that instinct damage does more than attack here. That is true. But guess what? With the pieces that I have, with this instinct damage piece and this attack piece, this instinct damage does 4 whole more base damage. It does 4 damage more. But this attack piece, based off of my substats, keep in mind, this does more crit damage. You get what I'm saying? So, on average, every non-crit, I'm losing out on 4 damage per hit. But per every crit I get, I'm getting more than 10 damage more per crit. So it just makes more sense for me to run this. Running attack piece instead of the instinct piece. Now, overall, if I could duplicate this and I had an instinct piece here, and this said instinct with this same set, obviously it'd do better. But when comparing the two pieces that I have on my account, I have to run the instinct piece. Or the attack piece. It just works better in the long run, especially for crits. Crits hit harder than attack. The crit percentage is gonna hit way harder than attack and instinct attack. This one just scales up so much higher. It's ridiculous. So it works out, right? And outside of that, it is just the same, right? It is very much general after that. Don't have the craziest subs. Like I would love a better crit piece here. I would love this to be crit, attack. We didn't get that here. This one's pretty decent, but we would love this to be attack right here because it rolled into that a little bit. And then for our defense, a lot of crit, some attack, but then I'm not sure if it hit any of these, but it would be nice if this was an attack and a crit. And the same here. We have the double crit, but it didn't really roll into, it rolled 1 into everything. So it was unfortunate, all right? So yeah, and it leads her, she's 24 level. And yeah, we have so many save datas for her. So this is another off-world one, like a non-zero, lab 0, but it's okay. Not my favorite, but it's something. I love this, right? This is probably my favorite ability. This right here is such a phenomenal starter. And I think this card is what makes her strong. I think without this, she runs into dead turns. This card to start, when it always starts in your hand, makes her flow like butter. I mean, obviously, there are other ways to get around the dead turns of not having enough homing lasers created. But like this one is, in my opinion, I find it the easiest way to make the deck flow immediately and start going. This card right here. But yeah, there's also this deck. I like it. It's the one we just used. And then this one, that's a nothing deck. Here we go. Here's another one right here. Off-world piece, as you can see. But we got triple. We start off with 3 homing laser L's every turn. And we have some shiny core upgrades. Like, so many good little decks. A lot of my decks are pretty much the same, if I'm going to be honest. There isn't a dramatic difference in between them, but they all get the job done for the most part. I'm having fun with all of them, regardless of what. Is this the next one? Yeah, I think this is. No, it's not. I don't know where my Lab 0 one is with my start off with homing laser L's. It's somewhere in here. I just couldn't tell you where it is, but it's somewhere in here. That's actually not a bad deck. Not the right pieces, especially with that still on there, but These don't look too bad. I need to start using this one. I'll put a lock on that. But yeah, try your Serenial outside of Lab Zero, people. That's like the big thing here. Go ahead and dive into your blue pots and your zero system, guys, because I'm not gonna lie, it's fun there. I mean, maybe just because I have less time there than most people, I find the zero system very fun right now. Because if I was to continue to keep doing Lab Zero, it's very boring. It is very stagnant because we've all been doing the same thing for like a month now. Get out of the Lab Zero. Go to the zero system. If you're still playing the game, go into the zero system, guys. It's still fun here. It is still fun here. Trust me. Maybe it's because I'm low, like I said, so I'm still seeing new things here that I've never seen before. Like one dude in the blue pot talking about some like welcome back to Messiah, and they gave you like this crazy cool like a ring piece that allows you to do like random damage at the end of the turn, but it also deals damage to you at the end of the turn. And then it's like, but then also the option was you can copy a card to increase your thing. It's just cool. It's just cool. There's a lot of cool interactions in these plans that I have not seen. And I guess even if I would have seen them, I don't see them often because we've all been in Lab Zero. So dive into these, man. Go in here and get you some builds going on. I think that there's some fun to be had here and some new and more interesting builds that we can come up with that are not just the classic Lab Zero builds that are also phenomenal, but I think there's some cool things in there. So yeah, hop in Zero System. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching if you watched. I know it's a long one. You probably didn't stay this long, but thank you for watching if you did. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.